guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Optibottoms coming with another video review. And today we have something very special. Today we'll be taking a look at the new King Arts Iron Man 2 1:1 scale prop replica of the Iron Man reactor and energy plate box. For the package, you can see really large package here. I have to have the camera so far back. I mean, you see the sides here, which you guys know that I really dislike, but that's just how big this package is. Now, essentially what we have here, as I said, is a prop of the arc reactor that was initially introduced to us in Iron Man 1, but this takes it a step further. We get the energy plate box, which houses the Palladium replacement cores. As we saw in Iron Man 2, they kept burning out, and he constantly had to keep replacing them, which also subsequently kept poisoning his body. And that's basically what we have here in terms of a set. But as I said, package-wise, you got the nice Iron Man 2 logo there. You got an image here of the arc reactor right there. Come around here to the side, just says Iron Man. Back just pretty much has an empty back section here. You got various contact information for King Arts, including their website and Facebook page. And then come around here to the side, Iron Man again. Really, that is about it. There's nothing overly spectacular about the package, other than the fact that it is pretty large. So without further ado, let's get this thing out here and see how cool it actually is. Alright guys, so here we have the arc reactor and palladium box that opened up and out of their packaging. And this is a absolutely terrific set. Now, as much as I love this, there are a few things that I'm not particularly fond of, but we'll get to that here in a little bit. But as you can see, this is everything that you get, well, in addition to this USB cable right here, but I'll touch on this in a second. Now, because there's not a ton of functionality on here, I really just want to kind of focus on what you basically get in terms of the quality, because this is a $400 prop replica, and if you're fairly close to me and you follow some of the things that I randomly will buy, movie props are something that I enjoy collecting. Now, thanks to my buddy Brad over in Australia, one of my prize pieces is the Barbasol can from Jurassic Park. You guys have also seen me do a review of the 1:1 scale Allspark from the Transformer movie. I also have things like John Hammond's cane from Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones's hat, his Grail diary, as well as the Grail itself. So there are a few prop replicas out there that I really do like. Most of those are not officially licensed. This actually is, which really does make it a very special piece. And King Arts has done a great job of recreating this. Now, first, we're going to just set this off to the side. We're not going to take a look at that just yet. But you do get the stand. Now, honestly, I don't remember ever actually seeing him use this particular arc reactor with the stand. I know he used it when he created the vibranium arc reactor. I don't think he actually used it with this. But it is nice that we actually get this. Now, the construction of it is very sturdy. It's very solid. The bottom base here is all probably, it feels like aluminum. It is a metal of some sort, but it does feel like aluminum. The rest, though, is all plastic. So that is a little bit unfortunate. I really would have preferred if the whole thing was made out of some kind of a metal. Again, especially since you are paying $400 for this, I would have preferred that. As you can see, it does rotate, so you get some articulation. You can rotate this down, and what you can actually do is then slide this kind of on this little slide section so that you can position this however you want. You can then tighten this back up, just like so, if I can get it right. And then it also does have a soft ratchet that moves up and down like that. But all in all, it does do a nice job of actually displaying this piece. And as you can see, you just stick it in there, and it holds there very nicely. As for the reactor itself, this is a really great looking piece. Very nicely resembles how it looked in the film. And obviously, this is the main star of this entire set, but real great detail in terms of how the arc reactor looked. You got a nice little plastic piece right on here, so it protects those little pieces here kind of on the inside of it. And then you got these little pieces. You can see they kind of move, and that's part of the gimmick. Again, this is all plastic. There is no die cast or metal or anything in there other than the actual core, but we'll get on that here in just a second. So there you have the actual reactor. Now, the biggest piece is obviously this box set. And this is actually really heavy duty in terms of the construction. You can see a really nice display kind of a piece right here. You got Iron Man 2 here on the bottom. I'm going to hold this. This section here, it all fell out, has a nice felt underside. You got some rubber bits right here that nicely hold it, and then you can hear it all flopping around there because I kind of screwed it up. And then you got these little indents right here. This is all made out of wood, which is really nice. So very heavy duty construction. And then open it up, and you can see everything fell all over the place. So I'm just going to put these back in there and, you know, kind of improvise as I'm going along with you. But really great construction on this actual box. Like I said, all wood. These little extra bits here, all of this is all metal. So that's really cool. Really shows that a lot of what I think you're paying for went into this actual box, and I do like it. You also do get 5 of these brand new Palladium cores. As you can see, very clean, very nice. It says the Palace on there. I don't know what that means, but you do have that, and you can see very clean look for it. And like I said, this is metal, so there was some durability here, and you're putting it right in there, and these pieces are metal as well. Oh, but what fun would it be if you couldn't actually use those with this? Well, you can. Guess what? Come around here. You got this little on and off switch. This is actually, I think this is on right now. So pushing this, you got a little button right here, and should probably focus a little bit better. There you go. You push this little button, and that comes out. Again, I have to do that one more time. This whole section lights up, but you can see this is the actual damaged or burnt palladium core. So again, putting that in there, you just put it right there, you give it a little push, and it closes. How great. You can hear it whining. That means that it is not in good condition. But it also will not light this up. But let's have a little bit of fun with it. So you open it. That shoots out there very well. Sometimes it springs out very strongly. So you take this out, put that there. You got a brand new one. So let's put that in there. Put that there. Pulls it in. And now it actually lights the actual arc reactor up, which is wonderful. I mean, the burnt out one wouldn't light it up. You got this that actually does. It just powers it, and it makes it so much more cool. Now, you can take this. You can put this in there if you wanted to. You can leave it in there. And you can hear just... it sounds bad, which I actually really like that touch. Now, you can switch it here to the middle, which will turn it on no matter what. So you'll always have that actually on if you want to. One thing that I am seeing, though, well, actually, you can kind of see it. I am a little bit disappointed in the way that the lights are set up. You can see really bright around here, but then right here, it's a little bit darker. Now, that's actually where you're going to plug this in. You can see all the way around are the LED lights inside there. Right here, though, there's a gap. I mean, that's where the electronics are. You can see that there's some that go around in here, but it kind of feels like some of the lights are not as powerful as they should be, and that's kind of unfortunate because you can also see here in the center, it's not as bright. You got one bright spot right there, and then it kind of gets more dimmer on there. It kind of lights up, but it's not as great as it should be. So putting it there will leave it on for as long as you really want to, and that's where actually this comes in very handy. You got a USB section right here that you can just plug this in. When you do it, you can plug this into your computer. Now, granted, yeah, you have this ugly wire hanging there, but I like that because you can actually keep it there and you can keep it lit up indefinitely, which is wonderful. So you can plug this into your computer, or you can get one of those adapters that plug it into like a wall outlet or something like that. So I love that. I love anything that allows me to keep it lit up kind of permanently as part of my display. I think it's great. And then this just completely turns it off. So again, if you want to play with it, all the way on that side, now you push a little button that's right there. Maybe, oh wait, did I go the wrong way? There we go. Take it out just like so, and then you put that in there, and it sounds a whole lot cleaner. As you can see, it goes in there and it doesn't have that whining sound anymore. So I love that. That's really cool. So, I mean, looking at this, it's kind of, like I said, a little bit unfortunate that some of these lights don't look like they're fully illuminated. That's one of the aspects that I particularly don't like on this. But as you can see, when you have it in the play mode, it eventually will turn off. And I do have to give a tremendous amount of credit to King Arts because they did a great job with this. Now, it's not as great as I would hoped it would be. Like I said, I wish that more of the base was actually made out of that aluminum or something like that. I think that the lights could have been done a little bit better. But all in all, it's a great set, and in getting into the prop replica market, you do have to just accept the fact that these are expensive. More often than not, they're far more limited, especially the official ones that are licensed directly through like things like the studio, such as Marvel and things like that. So you are paying for that as well. And then when you look at the quality and the craftsmanship of this box, I mean, this is a really great looking piece. Unfortunately, it is really large. You can see just how big it is. So chances are I am not going to display this. this. This is going to be plugged in and it's going to be displayed with the rest of my Iron Man stuff. And as much of an Iron Man fan as I am, this is the first reactor prop that I did get. They have released previous ones, but they all use just regular like AA or AAA batteries. And as far as I know, there's no functionality to, utilize a wire to keep this plugged in permanently, or to plug it in and keep it lit up permanently, I should say. So that was one of the big driving factors in me getting this, because you can't have an arc reactor without it lit up. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, that's the cool aspect of the whole thing, seeing it lit up like that. But overall, this is a really great set. I do think that it's worth $400, but I think for that price they could have put a little bit more into it. But all in all, I am absolutely thrilled and happy to have this in my collection. Now, unfortunately, I'm not 100% sure how you guys can get this if this is something that you'd like to add. I got mine through Big Bad Toy Store, but they no longer list it on their website, so I don't know if that's them saying that it's sold out or what actually that means. So I would encourage you to check out King Art's Facebook page at facebook.com/KingArtsHK. It is mostly a Chinese Facebook page, so there's not a lot of stuff that you're probably going to understand. But I would imagine if you ask questions, somebody will be able to hopefully answer something for you guys. I wish I could tell you some other place to get this, but like I said, for whatever reason, it's not on Big Bad Toy Store anymore. But for you hardcore Iron Man fans such as myself, this is a great piece to have. So good luck and happy hunting. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus, and until next time, I'll talk to you later.